All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please like, share, and comment.
One beat. Zuzu Galebano. I will never join you people again. Chuku Waunu ni noko. Then koto blackmailers. Only the one are blackmail. Blackmailers without no evidence. Ndojo. Unu na fighting for Biafra. Deceivers. Ndoshi. Unu jiri hemazen na can put it in place. They destroy you up and down every day. Ona turn asre. Chuku wakwa unu ni noko. Chineke wakwa unu nchoko. Ndojo. Mazen Namikan is not known for blackmail. That is ever this group of fools who see potassium everywhere. I can go back to what you're known for. Chuku pokwago kudia. What your generation soko. Chineke bukwago no bo everything you represent. Never go back to what she is known for. Because Nona create page for me. Only can we sit up one in that place. Abu no create in page. Make ona get out. Make ona get out. Happen on Maka. Mazen na me cannot tell for but then we continue for now. I don't see anybody. Only follow. I don't see any of fona. Unu ne buta mazen na me cannot sansan nagare. Gawala no one dojo bastards. Ndo puga ndega la mega julu. That is ndega mega julu everywhere. Unu ne deceive gasi onwono. Make una come voice out ihunu bunobi. Voice out, stop pretending. Come out and voice out ihunu. That's ihunu nchabunobi. Ndojo unu jida mazen na mbikano una ne pull you down. An innocent man not allow ne di love anyi no today. Unu na choku unu pull you down. Ndoshi. Achaluga this, achaluga that, achaluga no toto, achaluga ne vagabonds, criminals everywhere. Chuku bukwa unu ni no. Katepa bo ukwo na agba wodie. Katepa bo ikwo no no agba that place. Kene gba Solomon no. Do I look like a blackmailer? Ademka blackmailer. What makes you think that now Achaluga will continue with you guys? What makes you think so? What makes you think that now Achaluga will come back to you people? If I not see the man, why is because of an enter? I know.
My people. As the good saying goes in the Igbo adage, Agbadioso agomile. Agbadioso agomile. It means after you have completed the race, you will have to turn around and calculate the distance, the miles that you have covered. Also, I was privy to grow up in Lagos as well. I told you the story of a madman I saw one time. A Yoruba man who came from America. He was cajoled by his family to come back from USA to Nigeria back then. We were kids. And when he came, he assumed they were building him a big house because he was giving them money. Only for him to know that they stole the money and the little flat he has was the only property he still had. In the Yoruba adage, when this madman is going around, walking around the streets, over time he became mad. He became a lunatic from the shock of seeing what his own brothers did to him. Now, I said in the Igbo adage, we say, Agbajoso agomile. But this man in Lagos were kids. He used to say this, he said, Mori maili, maili yoton, esendo elese o soro, esendo elese o stop. Mori maili yoton, esendo elese o soro, esendo elese o stop. It means I was going on a journey, on a mile. I was walking a mile. The mile did not stop. The leg of the person going the mile is hurting the person. And the leg hurting the person still did not stop or did not speak. Mori maili, I walked on a mile, on a journey. I was going on a journey in miles. Miley yoton. The miles did not finish. Esendu elese. It means the owner of the leg is paying the person for doing those miles. Esendu elese was sorrow. When the leg is paying the owner of the leg did not speak. Esendu elese will stop. When the leg is paying the owner of the person did not stop that mile. Fellow Biafrans, I was a child, probably 2-3 years old. During those days, we are rolling our tire and we see this man. He was changing before my eyes. I'm going somewhere. Follow me in this journey. I will be intellectual with this one. The first few weeks, he heard about what his family did to him. He lost his comfort. And before he knew it, he started wearing just one clothes. He left his house. His house became, messed up. And slowly he became a lunatic, a madman in the street. But I will say I learned one of the most important adage or wisdom from this man. Because whenever he's speaking, sometimes he's walking and he will stop. He will look into the clouds, into the high heavens, and he will say, More maili yoton, esenduelese osoro, esenduelese stop. As a child, I was wondering, what was this man saying? So we'll now ride our tire close to the madman to hear what he's saying. And I believe, as children, our brain can perform much better. The brain performs like a magnet as a child, at a Pareto efficiency level. For the fact I was able to capture those phrases or those words in Yoruba till this day, is still in my DNA, it's still fresh. I can still say it. It tells you what you learn as a child guides you throughout your whole livelihood or whatever, or your life cycle. So why am I telling you all the story? You've heard our sister Achalogo come out at the end to expose the DOS. You heard all what she said about them. All the blackmails, the lies, being paid, cajoled to do what they were doing all this while. At the time when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, we saw what they did to Simon Ekpa. This lady was one of those who spearheaded the attack of Simon Ekpa. I was asking myself, how will a lady act this way? A mother, from your womb comes mankind. You are a creator. You are the closest thing next to God as a woman. Because if God could create the world, woman or womankind can also create a living thing. You procreate. It means you are the next thing on earth closer to God, the female, the woman, or they call them the womb man, if you want to go deeper. Because man is man, but there's one man that has a womb. They call the person a womb man, but I won't go there. When I say womb, W-O-M-B, man, womb man, from there you now get woman, man and woman. Because when God created man, he said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. Over time, man became mankind, a kind of a man. I'm not going there. But for the fact this lady was one of those that spearheaded the crucifixion of Simon Ekpa. But today she's out in the public, exposing those who asked her to do all her evil deeds. Fellow Biafrans, that tells you that don't worry, 1 2 togi, the truth will be out. 1 2 togi, very, very soon. We shall know who dipped their hand in the cookie jar. Yes, we see what's going on to today. The Nigerian government, they assume they have now gotten us. They think they've blackmailed us. Yes, they are winning. Now the Biafrans, they fight themselves. There's an in-house fighting. There's a civil war happening within Biafra. A kind of a distraction. Some of them, or some of us that grew outside the scope of Biafra land. Some of us that were cajoled, they paid them $9 million. So their hands are tainted. They cannot turn things around because they've been paid with a lie that Samanekpa is a problem. The lie that Samanekpa was working with Tinubu government. They told you Samanekpa was working with Tinubu and Atiku, but today, Tinubu is now the president of that so-called Nigeria, while Samanekpa is still being held somewhere in Finland. So those that lied to you, those that came with the agenda, the propaganda, to blackmail your redeemer, those who have come to liberate you, your liberators. As the saying goes in the Igbo adage, when you are done with all the things you've done, you will look back and reminisce. You will charia, you will look back and charia, say, hey, what have I done so? But I thank God in the case of our sister here, Achala Ogoda, she came out and said it in the public. Because sometimes some of us, the greedy ones, the wicked ones, when they now reminisce, when they have repented, they do it in the private. It's okay. When they go to God and they kneel down and they cry in tears, sometimes they beat themselves. They don't forgive themselves. They beg God for forgiveness for what they've done. But they do it in the private. But I thank God in this girl's case, she came out in the public to expose those behind all the ills happening to Nnamdi Kanu and also by Simon Ekpa. Because she talked about lies. She never lied against Nnamdi Kanu. The person she lied against is Simon Ekpa. I understand where she's coming from, but I will give her that leeway and that excuse. So fellow Biafrans, when we said the DOS were paid $9 million to blackmail Nnamdi Kanu, some of you thought we were just talking. You said, no, blame Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is the killer of his people. Simon Ekpa is the one causing the problem. You went with the narrative. Today, I played you the video of Dr. Damages and the one they call Franklin, a Westerner who was the pioneer of the mantra that Simon Ekpa is a killer of his people. He is a young man enjoying in Finland. If he's a general, let him go to Nigeria or Biafra land and be a general to his troops. These were the agents being used by Nigeria and the DOS. People like Chinasa Nworu, Chik Edoziem and the rest of them. The one that claimed to be the most beloved of Nnamdi Kanu, the most trusted. Ifeanyi Ejiofor. While they were busy blackmailing Simon Ekpa, you all assumed that Simon was the problem. You believed them. You trusted them. Even the one they call Prince Darlington. I see what you are doing now. I see that you are now going against the DOS, saying they have no right to build or to create a new, office somewhere in Germany. That they must get, approval from Nnamdi Kanu. But when Simon Ekpa was speaking against the DOS, Prince Darlington, the old soldier man, you said you believe in command and control. Simon Ekpa has no right to speak to the DOS. You believe in command and control, but today now you are speaking against the DOS. As the man said, this journey is an ongoing one. At the end, when you finish it, you have to turn back and look. See how well you've done or how bad you've done. You must give account to your stewardship. So today I will tell you, when that madman was talking about going through a miles, walking a miles non-stop, his legs were hurting him. He didn't stop. He felt pains in his legs, but he didn't speak about it. I said that's the first verse in the book of life. Because the second verse is what you got from the Biafran adage, where we say, Agbajoso Agomile. It means, after all said and done, in the end, in the ultimate analysis of life, you must turn around, look back, cheeria, and see how far you've gone, to give account of your stewardship. For those of you who are still out there, still pretending, those of you who are still in this struggle, you are being bought over. Today, I'm seeing strange faces speaking about Simon Ekpa. Today, I'm seeing strange faces being advocate for Simon Ekpa. Because I said, yes, we must follow the structure of Simon Ekpa doesn't mean I'm stupid. Because sometimes when somebody makes a mistake, you must make them know they've made a mistake. So when Simon Ekpa comes out, hopefully in the next few weeks, he'll be the one to give account if he made a mistake in his structure by making whoever the one at the top to run the government or to run the structure the way it is. It's not for me to blame anybody. I will not do that. All I'm saying is you must follow the structure, the framework of Simon Ekpa. In his structure, he is the top. There is no deputy prime minister. Next to the deputy prime minister is the chief of staff. We must respect that. That's the structure of our leader, good or bad. Good or bad. I understand some of you might be having some new information. Respect to my brother Ugo 247. I saw your video yesterday. You see me, I missed nothing. I saw your video where you said you will speak more by Monday. Ugo, I feel your pain. I share your sentiments. I re-echo your words. My brother Ugo 247, I understand what you meant by making those words or those statements. But at the same time, as the saying goes, soldier come, soldier go. The barracks remains the same. The soldier might be a good one, might be a bad one, might be a rogue one, might be one who is playing both sides. But the barracks remains the same. The barracks is that structure that was laid down. So, who am I to judge? The best I can do right now, being an outsider, I'm not part of the government. If I was part of the government, then perhaps I will have your own kind of sentiment, my brother Ugo. But for the fact I am an outsider, I was the one that came with the phrase, the independent media. Because of that, all I can do is believe you all and follow the structure laid down by Simon Ekpa. I will protect the structure until Simon Ekpa is out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to blame anybody. I'm not here to jump from pillar to post. You guys might know the truth now. Yes, I understand you guys might have some new information. But right now, the right thing to do is to maintain the structure of a man who said, what you don't know is bigger than you. Then when he comes out from jail, we'll say, okay, how about Toby? Now you tell us to follow this structure. Now you say what we don't know is bigger than us. So if we followed your structure and think on get K-leg or it's right, then so be it. But I'll put the blame on Obatobi.